Okay, I recently got to watch the classic King Kong vs. Godzilla. Originally, I think this was supposed to be King Kong vs. Frankenstein. And you can tell when you watch that this plot was not meant for King Kong vs. Godzilla. A lot of it is shot through kind of like news footage. So you see lots of people sitting in their rooms just discussing it, and it's like you're watching newsreels, and it's kind of bizarre. Because all of a sudden, it's like, oh, Godzilla is here. Okay. We found this magical berry that's going to do all these tremendous things. It might even produce giants. Oh, great. We gotta go find a giant now. Which then leads them to the island where Kong is at. So then they bring Kong over as part of like a spokesperson sort of deal. And then Kong eventually breaks free and kind of runs amok. So they have this bizarre idea of trying to use King Kong to fight Godzilla. They kind of drug King Kong, and then they have to get him to where Godzilla's at. And to do that, they attach helium balloons and fly him with 2 helicopters. I had to pause that scene and call my wife into the room to look at a very poor costume of Godzilla with like a dozen bright yellow balloons attached to him, marionette style, and him being transported by 2 helicopters. The battle between these two is everything that is super disappointing. For some strange reason, during their first encounter, King Kong has this thing with throwing rocks. And Godzilla hits him with fire breath, and that's it. They fight again, and it's just... You know, it should be this great epic clash of the Titans, just is so horrible. I almost wish, you know, when they did some of the redos, you know, I've seen Mechagodzilla vs. Godzilla in 3 different eras. Same thing with the sequels, in 3 different eras. No one has decided to do a remake of these two. You would have think the 90s version, the 2000s version, probably couldn't in the 2000s because of the rights. But you only at some point in time, someone would own the rights to both of these. I know Godzilla, I think, is currently owned by Legendary Studios, going to have the production rights for a movie. And I think Peter Jackson might still have some access to the King Kong rights. If you put those two together with the current CGI, you can probably do an absolutely fantastic movie that would do a lot more justice than the first time these two titans met on the random plains in Japan.